Welcome back, guys. Today I want to talk about the watch that's on my wrist, and it's my vintage Tudor Prince Oysterdate. You guys are going to enjoy this, especially if you love vintage watches. So smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and just let's get into this video. So let's just start off with the specs of the watch. It's a 34mm case. That's pretty much from the left to the right, not including the crown. And the height of the watch, the lug to lug, is 43.5. So you guys could understand how it fits on the wrist. My wrist is a 7-inch wrist. So I'll show you guys, especially from my perspective, how it wears. And it's the perfect size for a watch like this. This watch basically is, of course, you guys know Tudor being the sister brand to Rolex. It's technically Rolex, but just the fun side of Rolex where they experiment and try different things. And you could tell that it's Rolex by the crown. You see the Rolex logo, but right below the logo, it has that addition sign, which makes it, different from the actual Rolex. It's pretty much saying, hey, it's a Rolex Tudor. And some Rolex watches, some Tudor watches are considered Tudor Rolex. Some people just tie the two together because they're pretty much the same. Rolex manufactured the same cases and certain parts to the watch. Now, one thing I gotta add, because I know some of you guys are out there looking at this watch like, oh shit, this is a 14 karat gold, 18 karat gold watch. But guys, this is a gold plated, and you can't even tell because that's the quality and the level of gold that they use to plate this watch. And one thing I gotta add, and I want you guys to confirm, is that you would not find this watch, the reference number 7914, in this pristine condition, like new, unpolished. Anything you search online, you would not find in this condition. You won't even be able to tell that this is the watch that you're looking at online if you search it to see if there's any other out there. There aren't any in this condition. This watch has this honeycomb dial, which is beautiful and unique. It's a dial that's hard to refinish or redial, so I'm just gonna assume that this watch is not refinished based on the dial and how it looks. Also, another thing to add that makes it unique and beautiful is the date wheel being red. They call it the roulette date wheel, and you guys can understand if you gamble and you've been to a casino why they call it the roulette wheel, because typically the date wheel is black, but this one is red. Pretty interesting and cool. The watch is aging very well. It's a 1957 circa watch when it was manufactured back then. So just looking at it is just crazy to believe that it's that old, but it looks this good. There is patina on the dial. It's starting to turn a little bit orange and off-white, which is perfect. It's evenly doing it, so that's what we look for. And also the hour markers, the lume, especially on the 12 o'clock, you can see more so, is starting to patina, and that's just cool to me. Another thing let's add is the acrylic crystal. The crystal is acrylic, it's not sapphire. Most watches back in the 50s, 60s, it was acrylic, which is plastic, therefore making it soft and easy to scratch, but it wouldn't shatter like sapphire crystal. But it's easy to fix a scratch on an acrylic crystal like this. You just have to polish it out and it will be back to like brand new. So guys, one more thing I gotta add about this watch is the case back. Some of you might think it's gonna be gold, but guess what? It's not. The case back is steel. I don't know if they were just cutting corners and just trying to be lazy, but yes, the watch is gold plated. All the gold is plated, but the case back is steel, stainless steel. So that's actually interesting and unique. Like you wouldn't think of that being done on a Rolex watch today, but Tudor, or even back then, I don't think Rolex did. Actually, Rolex did have a few plated watches that was branded, Rolex, not Tudor, and it was gold plated and also had a steel case back. So yeah, I guess they did that with some pieces just to be fun and cut corners and make it a little bit more, affordable for people. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. enjoying this beautiful vintage Tudor Prince Oysterdate 34 millimeter. It's a long name, but yeah, it's a cool watch, and hopefully you guys enjoy. So again, guys, if you haven't done it yet, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, follow me on Instagram, mentorship.ceo, and stay tuned for some more videos.